shoplifting, and what happens if you get caught shoplifting. So first of all, don't do it. If it's not yours, don't take it. I think that's a good premise that we can all get behind, but sometimes people decide to make a choice that can really impact their life going forward and have them charged criminally. Now, if you're facing shoplifting charges, it's going to be really important to look at exactly what section of the criminal code you've been charged under. Because shoplifting is considered theft, it can come under a number of different things. Now, technically, under this criminal code, it's defined to be anyone commits theft who fraudulently and without a color of right takes or converts to their use somebody else's property. So what's a color of right? Well, it's a fancy legal word for authority to take it. So without authority to take it means without a color of right. Who would have a color of right? Well, a bailiff. If someone is seizing property legally, they have a color of right to take somebody else's property. So we're looking at fraudulently taking it without permission to do that. Then you can get charged with shoplifting. Now, it's converting, when we talk about converting, it's converting somebody else's property into your own hands. Don't do it. If you accidentally shoplift something, so you're in the store and you phone rings and you put something in your pocket, or you got distracted as you're paying at the local grocery store and then walk away with a bag of groceries, there's an intent factor for criminal charges, especially these criminal charges. If you're charged, you have to have taken something that wasn't yours intentionally. So if some kid sneaks something into your coat and you didn't notice it, then there's not the intent. Mens rea is the fancy Latin word for that. So you can't be charged. Well, you could be charged, but you shouldn't be convicted if you didn't intend on taking something that wasn't yours. In terms of sentencing or punishment, that's really going to depend on a number of factors. The court's going to look at if it was your first offense or not. They're going to look at the financial value. They're going to treat a candy bar differently than a $40,000 ring. They're also going to look at things like the circumstances around the taking it and the actual offense, how sneaky you were, if it was something that was just kind of planned out months in advance or just something that was a spur of the moment. So the court really has a lot of leeway in terms of how they punish you. Now, when you're pleading guilty or not guilty to a charge of shoplifting, you want to make sure that you have a criminal lawyer with you who's going to help you through that decision-making process so that you can work out what's best. If you stole it, there are times where it's better to acknowledge that you've stolen it, because your penalty will be less than if you deny it and claim that I never did it, never did it, and then it's proven that you intentionally did it. That the courts look at that also when it comes to sentencing. If you're in a position where you or a loved one or family member have been charged with shoplifting or theft, reach out to a criminal lawyer to make sure that you get the representation you need, because this is something that can affect the rest of your life, and we don't want that to happen.